With the end panel, all we're trying to do, this will come in your package flat and taped to the panel. It will actually already be in the same position, as you can see it lining up with these two bolts here. Quite simply, what we're trying to do is take these two bolts out, put that into position and tighten them up again. So once you've got the brackets back on there and they are on those sliding nuts, because those nuts move around a bit, you just want to make sure that you've stayed in the centre. If I measure, the exact centre from the outside of the panel is 33 centimetres. So you can see that that 33 centimetres lines up directly in the middle of the hole. So I know that I'm good to go. Okay, now that we're ready to put the end panels on, all we need to do is, you'll see that all of these are hinge systems. There is only one left over that has 3 bolts in it, which is where we're going to attach the end panel. So these 3 bolts will come out. The brackets that we just put on will fit across here, and that will be exactly the same on the top, and then you will end up with a end panel that sits at right angles to this main panel, which is going to be our stabiliser once we get the partition upright. Okay, so these are our 3 bolts. You can see our 3 holes here. These 2 larger holes are for the 2 larger bolts. The smaller hole is for the smaller bolt. We come in here and tighten that by hand. You don't need to go all the way in initially, get all 3 in first. And this third one goes onto a sliding nut that's in the track system underneath. So give that a bit of a wiggle and that should go in quite easily as well. And then just with any spanner you can use, just to tighten up those 3 bolts. Once we've done that here, we do exactly the same thing on the top end, and we do the same thing on the opposite side. Again, that will be on this system here. And I think the guiding principle with all of our stuff is wherever you take the bolt out from, it goes straight back into the same position. We've put everything in the right position to start with, so you simply need to take it out and put it back in. What's also good to do before we tilt it upright is grab this transport lock and put it over that bolt there. It should be lined up in position. You put that, and that just stops things from opening up while we're trying to get it up, or when we're trying to transport it around when it is upright. So it's good to put that into that position initially. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. What we're going to do here is just pick it up and lay it sideways on the end panel. That's the easiest way to tip it upright, so that we do it without any issues with the hinge system, that's all. So if we lay down flat here, then one person can just grab the end panel, tip upright, and then we have that ready to take the transport locks off, which we put on before we put upright. Upright, all we need to do is unhook the transport lock. Do the same thing on this side, and then open the partition, which is now ready for use.